Hello everyone, welcome back to another video on my channel. Today we are going to be taking a look at the brand new FL Studio mastering feature that was just released alongside the 21.2 update. Now this is, as I say, complete AI mastering, which is really useful. This was in beta for a while and it is now officially out. And we are going to be taking a look at how this does sound. I've actually gone and made a track this morning and exported it as, a pre-master. So nothing on my master channel, this is just turned down so nothing's clipping. And we're going to take a listen before and after and see if we do think this is a positive improvement. So starting it off, I'm going to play a tiny section of the drops that's over here. Okay, so you can see we're hitting about 6 total. It's not really going above that, which is good. But we want to check out how this actually masters, if we get something loud, if it sounds distorted, or if it sounds good. So the way you access this screen won't actually show up on video, unfortunately, just because of the way I record. But if you go to the file screen, like where you normally go to export your tracks, and then you go to the export menu, there is going to be a new option here called master. This previously wasn't there. I'll take a picture of that so you can see it. And we're going to go ahead and click that. And if this is your first time doing it, just like the stems feature, it's going to say this feature needs to be downloaded before it can be used. So I'm going to quickly get that installed and working correctly. See, it's doing that over here. It's actually already done, so we're ready. Let's go ahead and use this. So same thing, we're just going to go to the mastering screen, and a new screen comes up, which is where it's like, where are you going to save your file? And it's going to give you a couple of options here, which we're going to go over. So first off, I'm just going to move it to its own little folder, name it whatever I want. There is an option for export type. This is just like the usual rendering things where it's like, do you want to cut the remainder of the track after it ends, or do you want like reverb tails and stuff to go out? There's the quality option. All this is just your normal, like, rendering data, so nothing really new here. But we do have a section here to target different loudness, so in LUFS, and a couple of references as well. Those features are unfortunately not free, and by that I mean, of course, the references. But with the free version of this, it looks like you can control loudness and just set it to whatever you want. But of course, you do have to make sure you unlock this before you go and start, so I'm going to quickly do that as well. FL actually had to restart after that first time, but we are back in it now. And now that the feature's all downloaded, we'll never have to go through that process again of, signing in and making sure everything's valid. We're all set there. And we are ready to go ahead and start this master and see what it sounds like. So I'm going to go ahead and press start and then cut to when it's done so we can take a listen. Okay, so it's done. I was able to even choose the genre. I was able to select drum and bass, like what this track is. And now we're going to be able to compare it. So we could see our original waveform here at the top. You see this is the non-mastered version. And then here we have what it's actually given us. It looks like it's done a good job of making it pretty loud, but we're gonna, of course, listen and make sure it still sounds good that way. So let's compare the drop on the original versus the mastered version. What I'm gonna do, actually, to make it a little more fair, I'm gonna turn this one up like as much as I can without it actually going over 0 dB or anything. Just that way you're not just confused by the loudness, because typically your brain will think louder is better, so we don't want that to be too much of a factor here. Of course it still will be, but let's go ahead and listen to it. Let's switch. That's really good, to be honest. I'm super impressed by that. Off the bat, I think it's a little bassy, but I don't know if that's just an issue with my mixdown in the original, or if that's something it's added with like EQ or something, but let's compare over here. This section didn't complete. Honestly, that's really clean. I don't hear any distortion at all. It sounds right. Let's listen to like the intro. Versus this. But over here. This has done a really good job. Listen to this again. Yeah, it's pretty loud. Like, you could see, the kick isn't necessarily fully maxed out the way it could be, but like, this is a pretty loud master, and it's like, it doesn't sound distorted, it doesn't sound bad at all, it just sounds good. Overall, I am super impressed with this mastering ability here. Let me know what you think of it in the comments of this video as well. Have you used this? Do you have good results with it? Very curious to hear your thoughts on that. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to drop a like, as well as subscribe for more future content. I'm gonna go ahead and leave it here. Thank you for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.